We're best at bringing the tools together, implement them in Pete so that people aren't jumping between systems and losing efficiency and losing notes. Yeah.
Right, like you got to go over this monitor to do this and this monitor to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to scatter shoot like a ping pong ball. You also started a software company. You own a bunch of houses. You buy a bunch of houses. You flip a bunch of houses. We'll talk about real estate and stuff. You started a software company that I find intriguing because it's like a to Z, soup to nuts, CRM, like advertising management, like then acquisition management, then like project management on the rehab. I think even property management's kind of in there too. Not yet.
It will be.
We talked about it because you're a big buy and hold investor.
Yep.
You came from software sales or management or design?
Design.
And before that, Marine Corps.
Yep.
Okay, and a pilot.
I am a pilot as well.
That concludes the show. We've hit everything about Jon.
Except name what the software was.
Oh, Pete.
Yep, Pete.
Pete, okay.
Yep.
Ask Pete.
Who's Pete?
Oh, who's Pete?
We tried thinking of a name that went along with real estate or REI this, REI that, and none of them sounded good. And we went, you know what? Our dog's named Pistol. We're Oklahoma State fans. Our mascot's Pistol Pete. Let's just do a little nod. And it gives a nice thing of what can Pete do for you? How can Pete help? Have Pete do it.
And he even got excited about the color of his chair when he got here.
did.
He was like, they knew
It's
I was
orange.
coming.
Perfect.
Well, we planned that just for you. Like the previous guest, the chair was black. It wasn't.
No, I just,
They were very dark.
I
They were very dark.
I was like, you changed the chair?
So what if you're doing the investor, if you're a full-time investor or part-time investor, and you're also a full-time developer, like what do you like more, and then where are you spending more of your time?
Almost all of my time is on Pete now.
Okay.
Our team handles almost everything. We have a meeting every morning. I spend a little bit of time with them, but then nobody's even allowed in my office until 1:30 in the afternoon after that. That way I can focus on Pete and do things.
Start implementing that. That sounds like a great idea.
I get distracted and I get over here, over there. If people are coming in, then I end up with nothing done and it's 4 o'clock. So we started that a while back and that helps a lot. I like Pete. I like working on that aspect of it and figuring out things and making things more efficient for people. And
I do like that name now because like it kind of rolls over. I like Pete. Like Pete works. Have Pete do it. You shouldn't rob Peter to pay Paul though, just so you know. Not in your business.
no.
As far as Pete goes, Tim rattled off a whole host of services. What do you think y'all are best at?
We're best at bringing the tools together, implement them in Pete so that people aren't jumping between systems and losing efficiency and
Swivel
losing
chair.
notes. Yeah.
Right, like you got to go
chair.
over this monitor to do this and this monitor to do that.
Yeah, when we're flipping a property, when our project manager needs to look at something like find out what the roof was, or the hot water tank, or electricity versus gas, they're not having to go to another system. They're already on the page for the property. They just look at the notes. I mean, we just make it simple. It focuses on the property instead of the seller, and then going over to the property later.
So it's a project management software for flipping specifically?
Yeah.
So
Does
like
that CRM, phone, all the way from when the lead comes in until they're done with the property.
And then like I can upload my invoices for record keeping, that kind of thing?
You can. I don't know if anybody's going that far. Just
Okay.
Generally, most people still have QuickBooks.
Okay.
But you can. You can store files. You can badge them. You can share them. Whatever you need to do. When people text in pictures, for example, sellers text in pictures, they're right there. They're not having to go over to another system, click a link, open it up.
You don't have to go log into
in.
CallRail and
No.
maybe it came through, maybe it didn't. Who
No,
knows?
it's right there on the screen. Then we always have it. It's always accessible.